Welcome back, children, to your online classes for maths. This is day 3 of your learning session. We will continue with our chapter, which is knowing our numbers. Before going forward, let us go through what all we had learned in the previous session. We had learned about the Indian place value system. We had learned how to expand the numbers. We had learned how to put commas in the Indian place value system. And we had learned about how to read and write in the Indian place value system, and also if we are given a number name, we learned how to write it in numerals. Before we move forward, I want you all to take this test so that you can see how much you have understood in the previous session. The next topic that we are going to do is the international place value system. We had already learned about the Indian place value system, and now we are going to understand what is the difference between the two. A place value chart helps us to recognize large numbers, and we read a place value chart from left to right. But whenever we are grouping, we group it from right to left. Now, as you can see, there are 3 periods here. Those are millions, thousands, and ones. And you can see that under each period there are 3 places. That means the periods are divided into group of 3. In ones you have ones, tens, hundreds. In the group of thousands you have thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. In millions you have million, 10 million, and 100 million. And you can clearly see the difference between an international place value system and an Indian place value system. In the Indian place value system, leaving the ones place, the rest everything is grouped in pair of 2. But here you can see that the grouping is done in group of 3s. Children, as you can see the chart here, you know that the units place is the ones place. Now the tens has 10 ones, the hundreds place has 10 tens, the thousands place has 10 hundreds, the 10,000 place has 10 thousands, the 100,000s has 10 10,000s, the million place has 10 100,000s, the 10 million place has 10 millions, the 100 million has 10 millions in it. And as you can see here in this chart, you can see that the units place has no zeros, the tens place has 1 zero, the hundreds place has 2 zeros, the thousands place has 3 zeros, and so on. The next topic that we are going to do is how to place commas properly. As you've already learned in the international place value system, we always start grouping from right to left, and the groups are made in group of 3s. Now let us look at one example. Now here we leave 295 and then put a comma. Again we leave 108 and then put a comma, as we have already seen that in the international place value system the periods are divided in group of 3s. So the number becomes 650,801,592. Now what I want you guys to do is, I want you to look at the second example and put the commas properly and see if you have understood how to place the commas. Children, these are some common mistakes that we do while placing commas, and I hope by looking at these examples you will not make the same mistakes in placing the commas. As you've learned how to place the commas correctly and properly, now reading and writing of large numbers in the international system becomes very easy for you. Let us now learn how to read and write in the international system. Let us look to the first example. Here, as you can see, that the commas are put after 6 and 3 from the right. And so the number becomes 7,345,668. The next example, you can see that the commas are put after 3 and after 2 from the right. So the number becomes 54,204,339. The next example, again from the right we have put the commas, and the commas are after 8 and after 4. So the number becomes 102,453,800. Next example, you can see that from the right we have put a comma after 9, and so the number becomes 78,967. The next example, you can see that the comma is put from the right after 6. So the number becomes 234,654. Children, as we have already learned the placing of commas and the different periods of the place value system, we know that there are 3 periods in the international system, and they are million, thousand, and ones. We know that after each of these periods we have to place the commas. So let us see how to write in numerals when the number name is given to us. The first example, it is given 245 million. So after 245 million we'll put a comma. Then it is given 685,000. So after 685,000 we again put a comma. Then it is given 422. So this is the number that we got, 245, 685, 422. Second example, it is given 487,000. So after writing 487 we put a comma, and then it's given 597. So we'll write 597. So this is the given number, which is 487,597. Now let us look to the third example. Here it is given 8 million. So that means after 8 we have to put a comma. So we put a comma, and then it's saying 406,000. So here in the 10,000 place there is nothing, so it is 406, and then again we put a comma, and then it's given 879. So we write 879. So this is the required number that is given here, 8,406,879. Children, here are some examples for you to try out and understand how to write numerals in the international system. So children, now let us look into what all we had learned today. We had learned about the international place value system. We had learned how to place commas according to the international place value system. We had learned how to read and write in the international place value system, and we had learned how to write numbers when the number names are given by properly placing commas in the international place value system. Children, here are some questions for you to try out and assess for yourself how much you have understood today's session. Don't go yet, there are some more. Please do try out. With this we end our session, and I hope you will learn and revise whatever you have learned and then come prepared for the next session tomorrow.